Hello, everyone. Oh boy! Activision just released a trailer. Shall we refresh it? Because it's been up for quite a while. I was just playing Overwatch with a few friends while the PSN comes online. And during the PlayStation event, my friend Photon is in line for it. Well, I guess he's already in there, but he's just tweeted that he's at the PlayStation event. I will be covering all of that later on. Me and my friends are just waiting for it. You know, the ones that aren't there are just waiting for it to end, and we're going to watch the stream back once it ends in about 30 minutes. But one thing that has quickly circulated from the PlayStation event is the comeback trailer for Crash Bandicoot. And it's quite interesting. I have pre-watched this, but we are going to do like a reaction, even though I've already reacted. And I want to talk about how it may shake out, because there are things, I've got some other tabs open, there are things that Activision has been doing, like the voice actor strike, which affected Crash Bandicoot and Injustice 2 and a few others, but mainly Crash Bandicoot. So Activision are obviously screwing up with Crash a little bit, but at the same time they're doing things right. So we're going to watch the trailer first, and then we'll get into that. So I'm going to put it on, and I'm just going to get it on slightly lower volume. So the sounds, I have to say, pretty good. The movies and the comeback. So here we go. Now, in terms of the first thing we see, which is Crash, yeah, I don't like the look of him too much. I'll get into why in a bit. As for everything else, it looks fantastic. Like, this is amazing. We're going to see some of the old scenery get wiped into the... Oh, that face is bloody horrible. But we're going to see, there you go, old scenery turned into the new scenery. And you know, Cortex looks great and Brio looks great. Crash just doesn't work. Again, we've got a nice wipe there. Everything's got nice lighting effects. It looks fantastic. To a degree, like, I was expecting it to be a little bit better in some areas. Like Pappy hut looks amazing, but that area with the boulders looks a little bit PS2-ish, I'm going to be honest. But I will spin, nice, jump. And I'm noticing though, one thing I am noticing is, you may notice they're only showing Crash Bandicoot 1, like they're not showing 2 or 3. And I'm just wondering if this is showing like 1 because 1 is all they've done so far, or if they're only showing 1 as not to spoil it. So that's quite interesting. But Crash Bandicoot, the N.Sanity Trilogy, coming 2017. So probably at E3 we will get some kind of actual gameplay, because that was obviously just a trailer with some pre-rendered gameplay elements. You know, they're not going to, if we just scroll back to like this here, they're not going to show this camera angle, and while this is in the game Toxic Waste, you know, they're not going to get hit by this bear. It's all been pre-scripted to make sure you don't see any kind of damage being done. But it's looking good from the pre-rendered. Now I want to stop it at a nice shot of Crash just standing there, because I want to compare him. There it is there. So I want to compare this Crash to something else in a moment. So as we went through the trailer, as I say, we'll flick over to Brio and Cortex here. Cortex, and this is weird. You know, I should open up another tab. Let me just open up another tab because of how the Activision has decided to go about this. So let's just put in Skylander Cortex. So Activision have gone a little bit of a weird route, because they've used the model of Cortex, there we go in game, like with the very exaggerated red eyes. They've used the model of Cortex with the very exaggerated red eyes for the game, but not the Skylander Crash. So I'm under quite an interesting... I'm intrigued, Activision. This one is an intriguing move. Why did you use Skylander Cortex and not Skylander Crash? Which, again, we'll come to in a moment. First, let's go over how I feel about this. So, watching the trailer back, graphics look amazing. All of the original music is back. nice, supercharged, sounds good. I would have maybe preferred to see a little bit of the N.Sanity soundtrack sneak its way in. You know, we'll get another tab open as well. You know, the ones where all of the N.Sanity tracks actually have someone, an a cappella person, being like, let's see, let's get N.Sanity, Crash N.Sanity OST, that'll do. Yeah, so N.Sanity Island. Spin on a bit. There, can you hear that a cappella in the back? So I was maybe expecting a little bit of N.Sanity soundtrack to sneak its way in and get a little bit of the a cappella. It didn't, but you know what? That's completely fine. That's completely okay. I'm happy to see all of the music remade in HD, so it's just the same good music we love in HD. As I said, all of the graphics look absolutely amazing for what they are trying to recreate. I mean, heavy machinery with the glowing toxic waste, the frost pipes and the fire pipes, they look great. Some areas, like, I mean, again, the temple here with all of the nice fire lighting looks amazing. Some of the areas, like the boulder, I don't know, the boulder doesn't look finished to me. And maybe it's not. Like, again, it's a pre-rendered trailer and it's coming 2017, so we probably will see the boulder with textures on, because surely it can't be that smooth. You know, it's an ancient boulder that's been sitting there for ages. Even in the PlayStation 1 version, it had cracks and moss and stuff on it. In fact, they're not actually showing. If you look here, oh yeah, look, there you go. It's got cracks and moss on it, and then it goes into a nice smooth ass boulder. So I'm hoping that there are a few textures missing, and we're going to have all of the missing textures added ready for E3 next year for the final release, because, come on guys, you're showing us heavy machinery later on wherever it's gone. You're showing us heavy machinery with all of these glowing effects and the burning, you know, like little embers flickering off the pipes, but you haven't textured the boulder, so hopefully they are missing some textures that they'll add. So yeah, sound looking amazing, graphics looking amazing. Character models, I'm not so sure about, because as I said, I like some of the character models. Like Aku Aku, it's a mask, it looks fine. Papu Papu, if we spin here, he looks the same. Like it's a nice war chief. He's got the glowing eyes. I love this new little boss meter here to show how many notches they've got. That's pretty cool. So he looks the same. And going to this, I like Brio's New York. You know, he has got a little bit more of a creepy vibe to him. And Cortex, Skylander Cortex, which I do like the look. Maybe the eyes are a little bit big, a little bit exaggerated, but I do like Cortex's look. Crash, on the other hand, I really don't like the look of him. Like, it just, we're going to get the side-by-side comparison going in a moment. But we've just seen that they used Skylander Cortex. Now, where's that shot of him on the leaf? So it's a nice standing shot there. Let's get his eyes open. Oh, shit. But, you know, Skylander Cortex, I get why they use Skylander Cortex. It works, right? There we go. What? Excuse me? Excuse me. Please. There we go. So Skylander Cortex, it works. It looks right. But then Crash, they give him this darker orange, which I'm not too sure I'm a fan of the shading. But they also... Just look at the face. They fucked up his face. Like, please, just remove that model and use the Skylander model. This is actually the one time I'll praise Skylanders, because we're now going to go to this tab. And you tell me, like, I'm going to drag this into a side portion here. So you get on this side. We'll do a side-by-side comparison. But what do you think? No. That's for Affinity stuff. We'll leave that in just for fun. But there we go. It's because when you half it, you get like only half tabs. But let's view this image. What do you think of them side by side? I think that looks better. It's got a nicer, lighter shade of orange. It's not too fuzzy. And, you know, it to me looks better. It just looks a lot more polished, a lot more finished. And if you use Skylander Cortex, which looks fine, why not Skylander Crash? Like, I think Skylander Crash looks better. And as I say, when we get the bit at the end when he's dancing and doing those faces, like, I get that Crash is supposed to be crazy again, but these faces just don't work with the model. It just distorts the model. And I mean, even in Skylanders, because I reviewed Skylanders, there we go, it doesn't look right. And I mean, even in Skylanders, as I say, I played Skylanders. I got the Crash model to review the Crash level, and Skylander Crash over there, he still does the Crash dance, he still does the crazy face, but because the face has got more of a structure, it's got more of an actual, you know, jawline, it's got that distinct jawline, it looks overall better. So I don't know why they picked this model over this model. Especially, again, because they used Cortex's Skylander model, but not Crash's Skylander model. It just doesn't mesh. So, just please, Activision, if you're listening, just get rid of that Crash. It's a bad. That one on the right. This is a bad. This is a good. Don't use this. Use this. Okay. Now let's talk about the last thing. Let's just bring up the full screen here. Is it this one? We opened quite a lot. No, it's the one before it. It's the one before it. The voice acting issue. So this is where we go to Activision actual tightrope, because we know the Ghostbusters fucked up, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game fucked up, the Call of Duties has fucked up. They've been doing a lot of fuck ups. And Skylanders Imaginators didn't really sell that well, and that's why they can't. Oh yeah, by the way, got a comment. They are cancelling Skylanders. Who was right? I was right. So yeah, it's now confirmed that Skylanders is getting cancelled after the last game. The final game, as I predicted, is the final Skylanders game. So Activision's walking a tightrope, and they're banking on Crash saving them. Is it looking like Crash is going to save them? Especially with this voice actor strike? Potentially. Like, voice actor strikes are a common thing within the industry, and they do happen quite often. I do think that voice actors do deserve to get paid a lot more than they should. I do think that voice actors do deserve a lot more recognition, and I do understand why they go on strikes. However, voice acting strikes do happen all the time in the industry. Most general consumers don't ever hear of the voice actors' strikes. They never usually hear about behind the scenes things. I'm only bringing this particular one up because it is a factor in Activision's potential downfall, because Blizzard is moving ever closer to swallowing that company up. Even though they have done a big fuck up with the voice actors and there was a lot of strikes, I have been looking into this a little bit before this video, and it seems that those strikes are resolved. The voice actors themselves for games like Crash Bandicoot, Injustice 2 and all of the other ones that were mentioned, such as Lego Star Wars, did seem to get either the pay rise or the demands that they did request, so they are happy to continue working. And seems the issue was resolved rather quickly, you know, because this was on the 24th of October, we're near the end of November now, it took 1 or 2 weeks to fix it, and again, Crash isn't due to release till next year. So because the voice acting issue was resolved rather quickly, and you really don't need the voice actors till the end, you know, they've just got to come in and dub the lines, you've still got to work on the game, you've still got to finish textures, so you had a lot of time to negotiate anyway. So now that they have been negotiated, nothing was lost, no time was lost, no resources were lost, and it didn't cost any extra delays. Like, there'll be no delays to Crash because the voice acting can be done last, and if the voice actors still want something else, they can negotiate it across the coming months. But they already did negotiate, and they're happy for the moment. So with it being completely negotiated and no delays being incurred or nothing being lost, it's not going to factor in that much, and I think Activision has done a solid by allowing the voice actors to have what they requested and have maybe the pay rise that they requested. Again, if Activision is truly turning over a new leaf, if they are to be believed, then this is a good step in terms of, you know, reviewers like myself. Activision's a piece of shit. I hate Activision. I think they're shit. But if they are truly saying they're going to get rid of Call of Duty, get rid of all of this shit, drop everything, go back to basics, turn over a new leaf, showing that they've given in to the voice actors and showing that they're willing to negotiate with the voice actors and resolve the issue is a good first step to making myself, Total Biscuit, and everyone else within the reviewing side potentially believe them. Now, I don't fully believe them. Activision are still scumbags in my eyes, and they still got a lot to prove. But Activision, it is a good first step. It's a nice gesture, and you have shown that you are willing to potentially change. You still got a long way to impress. You still got a long way to impress a lot of people, not just me. But if this is your first step, if this is your first gesture, then I'm inclined to watch you, and I'm inclined to not believe you, but I'm inclined to extend a hand of friendship if it's true. I mean, once Crash comes out, once the big reveal happens, and it is do or die, and the gun is pointed to your head, then we'll see if we're going to kill your saviour. But this is a good first step, and I know a lot of people will be willing to offer you a hand of friendship to say, you did good, keep it up. Don't fuck up, alright? This is your first step. You took your first step. You did a good thing on your first step. If you want to redeem yourself, if you are getting rid of Call of Duty and Destiny, you're saying, fuck it, we're starting again, we're telling you it is a good first step, and we're going to applaud you. It's a good first step, but don't fuck it up, alright? Don't fall into bad habits. We will be watching you very closely. So I think they will pull it out. As for like the Crash game, as the closing statement, is the Crash game going to be the thing that saves them? Is this, and again I have to stress this, is this compared to this going to save them? Not yet. I think there's a lot of textures missing. It's very easily shown with the Crash Dash Boulder. There are a lot of textures missing. There are a lot of things missing, but they wanted to show that they are working on it. Like Final Fantasy VII Remake that showed us that one trailer quite a few months ago. They want to show that they're working on it. They want to show what they've done. I'm assuming that Activision would like feedback, and that's why myself and a lot of other people that are now just all reacting to this trailer are giving feedback. If you do take the feedback on board, I believe Activision will survive, and I believe Activision will turn over their new leaf, and they will make the Spyro HD collection that everybody wants if Crash does well. And I think that Crash could do well. I think they've got a chance. But they've got to take the feedback they've been given, they've got to listen to it, and they've got to make the changes as the request of the people giving the feedback. So as of right now, you know, if we were reviewing Crash right now as like, oh, this is what we're seeing, you know, we're comparing this to this, and this doesn't look good, this looks garbage, you should have just used this model. But if we were reviewing this trailer right now as a final product, as of right now, you're at a 3 out of 5. It looks okay. You know, there's clearly textures missing. The model needs a lot of work. But you've swayed enough people to say, we're going to give you a chance. And fucking heaven help you if you fuck it up. Because there are a lot of Crash Bandicoot fans. And if this is bad, oh. So yes, we're going to give you a 3 out of 5. It's looking okay. You did solid with the voice actors. Let's see if you can follow through. Yeah, it's like when you're swinging for a zombie. you've got your stance right, you've got your arms in the correct place, and you're swinging the bat, but now you gotta move your pelvis to get that home run. So you've got your stance, you've got your bat swing right, but now we've got to see if you can follow through. Let's see if you can follow through. You've been fucking up a lot. You're right on death's door, and Blizzard is already consuming you. Let's see if you can save yourselves. It'll be interesting to see. So yeah, as for Crash, I am quite excited for it. I'm not going to say I'm hyped just yet. I'm not quite hyped. I didn't see Crash 2. I didn't see Crash 3. I think Crash 2 is the best one, and I would have liked to have seen some footage from Crash 2. So, didn't see Crash 2. Didn't see Crash 3. A lot of textures missing. A lot of textures just like broken. But it's getting there. So let's see if you can do it. So I'm excited for it, and I'm excited to see more. Not quite hyped yet. Can you make it happen at E3 and when the actual final release date comes out? We'll see. But for now, that's all I wanted to say to everybody. I've seen the trailer. I am very excited for the trailer. But please, Activision, swap the model, because this looks fucking garbage. Use this one. It looks a lot better. Even again, just comparing it on the lily pad where he's standing up to get to the lily pad. It looks a lot fucking better. Don't use this. This looks better. This doesn't. I mean, what? His eyes aren't even. I just realised his pupils aren't even right. Fix your shit. And why is he wearing clown lipstick? Look. Orange belly, pink fucking lips. Be consistent. This has got orange belly, orange lips. Fix the fucking model. So yeah, that's all I want to say to everybody. If you enjoyed the video, tell me in the comments what you think. Are you excited from seeing this trailer? What do you think they should change? What do you think they should do? Do you think they can actually pull it through? Do you think Activision are turning over a new leaf? Do you think they can save themselves? I'm still very skeptical myself, but let me know in the comments below. And obviously, if you like this little ramble, leave a like. If you want to see more, then don't forget to subscribe. I've got the Game Awards podcast coming up right after this. And if you want to go the extra mile, links below to my Patreon and my Twitter if you want to support me and follow me and all like that. But for now, thank you all for watching, and I'll see all of you in the next video, which will be the Game Awards.